Are there any new reps on the call? I know Steph is
I
taking.
think Amanda Brantley is new.
Okay.
I know that.
Okay. Well, anyways.
And this is Jody Zobrist. I'm actually here with Stephanie tonight. So just
perfect. Okay, good.
Welcome, Jody.
Thank you.
Well,
Hi, Jody.
My name is Erica Hackman. And Lindsay Costello is my upline. So we kind of sometimes do things together in our teams. So this call is sort of abnormal because we invited some prospects and had our team invite some prospects because we figured if you get trained, then the next thing you gotta have your kit sent. So we figured it's a really good opportunity for you to see how easy and simple that this can be done. Like most things, it's a Zoom call and we record it, and you can always rewatch if you have questions later as they come up. So first and foremost, for those watching the replay or those here live and you are a new rep, congratulations, because just hitting enroll is a huge step and it's an amazing opportunity. Lindsay and I have been in for a year and a half and it has just blown us away. The very first thing you'll obviously want to do is access your back office. So if you're a potential rep, whenever you enroll with the person who invited you, basically you'll be sent an email and then you'll be able to access what's called our back office. Okay, so it's just like a hub that we go to where we can place, we can create events to where we can have people shop those events and earn rewards. We can process exchanges and returns. We can grab visuals and marketing and return labels, and it's just a one-stop shop where we can do a lot of things that we need to do on our end. So with the enrollment kit, you will get 5 pieces and then you'll get your gift card. So that's the first thing I tell all of my new reps to do is be your first customer. You can practice that by setting up your own event and your launch party link, which is specific to you earning points. Now, you can do whatever you want with that. You can give it away. When I was new, I wanted all the gear. I wanted to build my closet full of inventory. That was just my own. So there is a Zyia Active website or YouTube channel, and they have step-by-step directions, and you can pair with your upline on how to make an event link. It is pretty self-explanatory. You literally hit event and you fill out the fields, and then it will pop up on your website. And people can shop your actual website without a link and you'll be able to move orders. But I always say shop the link so you can start earning rewards. Side note, a minimum party is 3 orders at $200. So when I got my gift card, I created a party so that I could start earning rewards at 200, at 600, at 1,000, and 2,000. So I didn't ever shop unless I was shopping in a party because I wanted to get half off and free stuff, okay? So I wanted that $100 gift card to go towards that. Now, if you don't want to close out a party, I always tell someone, just put $100 worth of gear in your launch party, and then you can close it out when it gets to 1,000. And that's always my first month's goal for my reps, is get to that $1,000 mark, which unlocks 8%. So that is your back office, how to access it. If you get kind of confused or twisted around or you're technology challenged, sometimes some of us are, my kids have to come in and explain everything, then just get with your upline and they can share screens and whatnot. Now, I will let Lindsay kind of talk about where to go from there.
All right. I'm Lindsay, and like Erica said, we started together, sort of. I think she started very shortly after me. And it's been a lot of fun. And I think Stephanie, Erica talked to Stephanie a long time ago about it, but we're glad she's here now. So super exciting. Just a lot of really great things going on right now. So when you get started, you just learn how to navigate that back office. And Erica's going to tell you about some great resources that we have for you to look up. If you use your upline as, your sponsor, I guess that's sort of like lingo. But, you know, use the person who you enroll with to lean on to teach you how to do some things. But then also, like, you know, if they're not available, like, you can be resourceful and hit up some of these spots and find some great information, and she'll share that with you too. But I think it is super important to start out with a why. So think about, I mean, you obviously joined for a reason, and maybe you just joined for the discount, but then maybe you host a launch party and you're like, well, holy cow, this is really easy. This is really fun. Like, let's just see what I can do, right? It's like, I think that happens for a lot of people. I think they don't always intend for this to be a big deal for them. And then they realize that we do have an amazing community, and it is a lot of fun, and like, it just turns into something really good if you devote some time to it. So I think it's super important to think about why you started. That said, some people, you know, don't start for a huge reason, but some people start because they want to make extra income. Some people start because they want to be a part of that community, right? So think about that. And then you need to, well, I mean, I think it's ideal. We all sort of have what we call a VIP group, right? So you're not like blasting your Facebook daily with your Zyia posts, but I post every day, sometimes a couple of times a day in my VIP group, right? But the people that are there, they've been invited, they can accept, or they've been personally invited by me, or they know to go there and they ask to join, but they know what they're going to get, right? Like, they're going to get some motivation. They're going to get my outfit of the day, or, you know, my daughter's outfit of the day, or whatever it is. And they know what they're going to get there. So, and then that's where I also post, we have new releases every Wednesday. Lately we've had a ton of restocks, and restocks are life these days. So that's where they can go to stay up to date with Zyia and everything that's going on, the new kits, all of that good stuff. So I think it's also important to, while that kind of houses all your Zyia, I think it's really important to weave that into your personal page at least some of the time, right? So you don't have to necessarily talk about it, but I would post maybe your outfit of the day in your stories, or maybe even just make a post here and there about why you started, right? So think about that. Or, I'm having a ton of fun, you know, this person hosted this party and earned this much in rewards. Does anybody else want to do it? But I think it's really important to weave it in with your personal posts, right? So, you know, if you have kids, post about your kids. If you like soccer, post about soccer. Like, make it all about you. But I think it's very important to sort of find this like personal brand that you have, and we can talk about this and continue to develop this. But I think it's really important to do this because your vibe is going to attract people to you, right? So like, you're going to attract what you're putting out there. So I think it's super important to, like, usually I post inspiration. I'm all about like getting shit done, pardon my French, but like, that's kind of how I operate. And so I post a lot about like, you can do what it is you put your mind to, and mindset things. And then, you know, my kids are in there, and then every now and then there's a Zyia post, right? So I think it's super important to just weave all of that together to create this sort of cohesive thing that represents you. You know what I mean? Because people are watching you, and they'll continue to watch you. And I think you'll grow an audience that way too. I think that was it. So Erica will talk to you a little bit about that Facebook group, I think. Did I talk about your stuff? I'm sorry.
No. I think what's really important, like for Lindsay and I, really is that you want to be interesting, right? You just don't want to like, and you want to be able to be marketable to people that you want to surround yourself with. So at Zyia, you'll hear a lot about like finding your tribe. Like, I like athletes. I'm always drawn to athletes. I'm drawn to moms. I'm drawn, you know, that's just like my jam, right? So whenever I was already posting on Facebook too. Like, I followed Jen for almost a year. I followed the girl on my team, Liz, at Beachbody for a year. I just always found them to be interesting. And that was those were like my people, whether they were on my team or on my team.
And they give you some sort of value. Sorry, I didn't say that, but I should have said that. Sorry. Provide some sort of value.
Yeah. And so, so whether you start a Facebook group or how I put a lot of things in my stories, because people can choose to look at my stories. I don't have to flood my feed, and people don't have to snooze me for 3 days because I'm talking about just activewear. And I think that's a large portion of why we're all here, because we really love the activewear. Lindsay and I both started and we never touched the activewear. So that's really funny. But We knew that we loved athleisure anyways. You know, we thought we took a chance because we thought we like activewear, we like leggings. So my Facebook group is like my home. It's like my community. It's like where I go instead of my personal page. And honestly, I think I post on my personal page so that I build memories. So I can go back and be like, oh, that was cute a year ago or 4 years ago. You know, as far as the post Facebook group goes, and as far as social media goes, my time in social media is very intentional. I don't ever really get on my phone and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll. Whenever I use Facebook, it's about intention. So I'm looking for people that will build me. They will get me parties or sales or that I can build a real connection with and a relationship with. And now that we're not in face-to-face meeting people, like Stephanie and I golfed today, and as soon as I saw the girl on the turn, she was wearing Lululemon and she was young and cute. I was like, hey girl, what you wearing? We got to get you out of that. Like, I literally was like, ooh, new person. It was really weird. If I could have asked the marshal if he wanted a polo, I probably would. So what I do is I make a list every month, right? So in your first week in your business, you just want to do those memory joggers. You want to think about, okay, who do I know from church that would be great for this, legging? Who do I know from my kids' school and sports and yada, yada, yada. And then you can kind of build from there. So I always say a list of 100. I know Jen and Lindsay and some of us read Listen Sister from the Rodan girls. They probably did 200 in their first month. So because I know that those 100 people are going to either not talk to me, they might talk to me a week or two later, but I'm just making a list of them to reach out to them and say, hey, guess what? I put on these pair of leggings. I absolutely love them. They wash wonderfully and they're fantastic. And I'd love to share them with you. Not, hey girl, do you want to have a party for me? Or hey girl, do you want to join my team? Or hey girl, like those kinds of things. It's literally like, I want to share this story with you and this journey that I've done. I signed up for the discount and I watched my friend do it for a year and now I'm here. So when do you have time to talk? Like, your kids look so cute. So do 100, just write down 100, and you don't have to sit at your desk for like 5 hours and be like, okay, I need 100 people. It's just ongoing lists. So I literally have a book and I just write down people who I think would be a great fit for my tribe, would be a great fit for a Zyia legging. My Lulu people, because I was a Lulu addict, if you've never had a Zyia piece, I'll send you a pair of leggings to try. If you love them, you buy them. If not, you ship them back and I send them to another grateful person. So that's where Lindsay will talk about parties.
Okay. So I actually just did a training on like our greater team page this week, and this has really been my focus this month with our whole team, because the company has done research and you'll find as you go that every month they do a promo. Like currently this month, it's if you have 5,000 in sales volume and recruit 6 people, you can win one of 10 Pelotons. Now that is a huge month. Like, let me just set that out there. Like, that is a big deal, but it's so doable. But also they have, if you hit 2,500 and have 3 reps, you can get a $250 bonus. And if you do one of those again, then you get another $100 on top of that. So on top of all these like rank advancement bonuses and things like that, I will talk about this in a minute. I kind of keep these guides handy too. But on top of all of that, like, they're giving you something extra to run for. And I love when they dangle the carrots. I think it's always really fun to at least try, because I feel like it just pushes me to do that. So parties are the lifeline. They found when they've done all this research that the people who are hitting those promos and getting those extra bonuses and growing the fastest are the people who are closing parties, adding reps, and having sales consistently. It doesn't necessarily have to be a certain number, but I would argue that you just want to do that consistently. Whatever that means for you, if you want to grow a big business, like, that is what makes the most sense. Now, that said, we talked about, I touched briefly on goals, or Erica did, I can't remember, sorry. But sit down with the person that you enrolled with. If your goal is to make $500 this month, okay, let's back into that for you and let you know what that's going to look like. Chances are it's going to look like you selling just about maybe $1,500 or $1,600 in activewear. But then, like, as you start to grow and maybe add to your team, that's going to add in just a little bit of extra income too. And like I said, we'll talk about that. But so my promotion this month, I reached out to Erin Bradley, who is our CEO, and asked her if she would do a call with my team August. So the promo and the way to get on it this month is to close 4 parties. Now, as Erica said, parties can be a minimum of $200, right, in order to be able to close, right? So you don't have to be this like incredible rock star, but get started. You know, you're going to have your launch party, right? You just started, you're going to have a launch party yourself. Have a couple of your friends do them. And honestly, Erica will share this with you, but we have so many helpful apps. Cinch Share is one of them. There's training on it. There's one called Post My Party, and you can do all these scheduling posts, and we have templates for you to use. So like, lean on us like when you get started, and we will show you how to make this a well-oiled machine and get going. But if you close 4 parties this month, then you get to get on that call with our CEO. And our team is, you know, there's like 300 people, but honestly, I don't, you know, not that many people are super active, as you'll start to understand as you grow. So it's probably going to be a fairly intimate call that you'll really want to get on. And she is incredible. You'll find that. She's wonderful. So Erica, you want to talk about the apps and the training website?
Yeah, so I'm not like I like to do we have a Facebook group, it's a marketing group, and that's wonderful. It's tons of reps throughout the nation who post graphics, all body sizes, all body shapes, all types, like kids, everything. And so every Wednesday, somebody wonderful, her name's Julie, she's amazing. I met her through Zyia, and she posts the cutest little photos with oh, am I frozen? Hello? Am I frozen? Hello? Am I here?
Okay. Can you guys?
I freeze?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, hello? Hello? Am I here?
Yeah. Okay. You met Julie through Zyia. That's what we got.
Okay, so she posts these amazing things, these photos of the new releases, and you can just copy and paste them. I use Canva, which is like a third-party app, and it's free to download. And I put pictures and words, and I build everything out of that. And I try. At this point in my business, I try to be very original in the fact that, like, I want people to either see me in the gear, or I want to create something of my own. But if I'm in a pinch, I can always go there and just take it and do whatever. Word Swag is a great one. On Instagram, when you become a rep, you can follow Zyia Family, and Brenda, she does videos of all the new releases. So she'll tell you how they fit. She'll tell you, you know, like if she sized up or down. Typically I size up, but Zyia Family is great. Our bigger team above Lindsay and I, Katie and Monica, have built a website. It's called www.onfia.com, and the password is ZOF. That has resources, handouts. It has our goal tracker when we set goals for the month. It has training videos. Some of the training videos are a little out of date because the back office has changed since then. So Lindsay and I are going to work towards building new ones for you guys, but it's a great resource to use. There is also like a Discover Zyia. So if you have another prospect that can't hop on a call like this, you can send them a video of like frequently asked questions, like on the spot, and they can watch it at their leisure. YouTube, the Zyia Active, the corporate team has a YouTube channel, and is phenomenal. So if you miss the stories for the day in Instagram, you can go there, and there's a YouTube product review. And sometimes when I really love something, I'll copy and paste that video and put it in my VIP group so people can learn about the product. Is that all of the resources that we use pretty much?
Yeah.
We have an app. You have to subscribe for it. I got it when it was free, and I didn't really do what I was supposed to do in it. I'm sure you guys are familiar with Venmo, PayPal. Those are all very helpful. Stephanie does use Cinch Share. She uses it, and she did a training for my team last week on it. And she, I mean, she has like 4 or 5 parties going at once, and plus her team's parties. And I don't think without Sinclair, she would be going nuts. And I mean, with full disclosure, she's well over $4,000 in sales. So it's very helpful. And honestly, every post is just, she say whatever she wants her party to look like, she puts it in there and it saves it and it posts when she wants. So it's super organized for her. It works for her. I'm kind of like, squirrel, and I want to post about joggers today. So that's just how I am. I need to be better, but it's a resource that is well used by a lot of our reps.
Which just goes to show you, like, you don't have to do what we tell you. Like, if you find a way that works for you, then please, by all means, do it. Yeah, and then the company also sends out new releases every Wednesday with an email, and then they also send out the restocks with with a graphic. So, and they've gotten better about, like, they have them sized for Instagram stories or Facebook stories or Facebook posts. So that is really nice, and that actually is something that just changed in the last week or two. I myself also do not use the app, but I know there's a monthly training call about the app if you are interested in using it. It's something that I need to do. I feel like you're like trying to teach an old dog new tricks here with me, because I'm like, I've got this system, like this works for me. I don't need to add the app in there. Like, I can do this, but it would probably make my life a lot easier. Anyway, I digress. I like to I love to talk about recruiting. It's one of my most favorite things. And if you want to build a gigantic, business, it's the way to go. It's going to be what is going to get you there. And it's also how you're going to rank advanced. So I keep these. So we have these are in the back office. This is the representative rewards. So it tells you what you make at each level, like what your percentages are. And you guys probably already know this, but up to $1,000 in sales in a month, you make 20%. And once you hit $1,000, you unlock that extra 8%. So I always make it my goal to hit that. And I have, I've never paid for the website, which at $600 every month, the $15 fee is waived. That is for your first 2 months. So that's just always kind of good to know too. And then I also follow along with this. So this is the representative qualifications, right? So when I started at 0, I was like, okay, what's my goal? My goal is representative, which is $200 in personal volume. Well, here's the thing. Your kit's going to get you there, right? Your kit is $145. And when you spend that $100 gift card, you're going to get there, whether you use it with a discount or whatever. So the next step is junior rep. So I need a lifetime personal volume of 1,500 and I need a first level volume of 600. So that means I need to recruit someone, right? So if I want to rank advance and catch these bonuses and do all of that, then I've got to recruit. So what I tend to do is I reach out to people, and we can talk about verbiage, but I say something really like benign and give them an open-ended question, sort of like, hey, Susie, like, I love your kids. They're so cute, whatever, start out a little bit personal, but keep it short and sweet. Like, we don't want to totally verbally vomit Zyia on them. And then I say, have you heard of Zyia? It reminds me of Lululemon, but it's priced better. We have new releases every Wednesday. Does it sound like something you'd be interested in hearing more about? If they say yes, then I'm like, okay, when's a good time to talk? Like, I want to get them on the phone, or I want to find out what they're interested in. Like, are you interested in the rep opportunity? Are you interested in the leggings? Like, where can we start? And I always like to start with a rep opportunity, because if they tell me no to that, I at least have 2 more chances to get them. Right? Like, them as a post or them, they're definitely going to snag a pair of leggings, right? And that said, I don't feel like no's are forever. I always kind of love people where they are, and there is no pressure, like no pressure at all. But I like to love people where they are, because it has to be right for them if it's going to be right for me too. Always being mindful of that. So I think it's just so important to build a team, and plus, like, you're bringing people, I never feel bad about it, because they can join for the discount and it's so low key. I love that. There are no minimums. Like, we don't require you to do anything if you don't want to, and that's so great. But you might be like, Stephanie, and say you're going to join for the discount. It's such a great community. I have zero problems asking people to jump in and join it with me. So, and then Erica wants to talk about the pillars and the Zyia story.
Sorry, I'm like moving around my house because my internet is trashy internet. So anyways, that's my spiel about that. Yeah, like the pillars, that's another reason why, like, I've always been a very loyal person. I've always really gotten behind like either my squad or my team or where I've coached or worked. And I'm a firm believer in having a foundation of what you really truly believe in. And so the foundations for us is uplift and light and community and activity. Okay. And the Bradley family obviously founded. Yeah. Okay, goodbye. That Bradley family. Like, you can't make this up. It's real life.
No, join the window light right now.
All right, I'll be there in a minute.
Say bye.
5 minutes.
Say bye.
Bye.
No, say
Okay.
bye.
He's like, I'm gonna ruin your life forever and ever. Okay. Well, I will let Lindsay take over while I mess with this.
Okay, perfect. Like Erica was saying, so our company is built on 4 pillars, and Erin, like if you get on that call with her, like you're gonna see, and even if you like we had a mini summit in Nashville before COVID kind of took over everything, and the crazy thing about it is she was like commingling with everyone, pausing to take pictures. Like, these people are the real deal, and they are so genuine, and they are so out to help us. Like, it is so amazing. And this is something vision, right? So Jeremiah, babies that are, I forget their titles, but anyway. Erica Hackman, you're the host now. Okay, well, she's back. But that was, that's kind of the story. All of these things can be found in your back office. If you go into company files, go ahead in there and kind of like poke around and see what you can find. There's a ton of resources there. I encourage you to do that if you're new and you haven't yet. I actually have been doing this for 1.5 years, and sometimes I find things back there and I'm like, like, that's so great. And there's another set of series of trainings back there. Sam Higginson is doing a lot of new rep trainings now, and he has been in the direct selling channel for over 20 years. He's consulting with Zyia, and he's amazing. And he's having, other Zyia reps who have been very successful share how they do this piece of their business really well. So it's really great. And he's talking about all the things that you need to focus on as a new rep. So bottom line, there's a lot out there, but I think it's so important for you to just get started. So just jump in feet first, and then find your feet along the way, right? Like, find the place to land along the way, because I would argue that you're just going to learn so much more if you do it that way, because in the moment you're going to be like, okay, how do I close this party? Or how do I find this for someone if it's out of stock? Like, that's how you're going to learn. So just jump in. We've given you a ton of information, but just do the do, and you'll figure it out. I promise. It's not hard. It's just, you'll just learn all the kind of things along the way. So, and with that, if any of you have any questions, it's right at 8:30. You guys just let us know, and we'll happily answer anything that you have. Jody, did we overwhelm you? Because you're not even a rep yet.
No, not overwhelmed, but no questions either. I might probably be more the discount girl than anything else, but you never know.
We love you where you are. And that is just something that I think is so cool about Zyia too, is like, whatever you want to do, like, that's perfect. So does anyone else have any questions or comments or anything? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. It was nice to see your faces.